By now, you know how powerful marketing funnels can be, but you might find that keeping up with it all is super hard. What you need are automations. So in this video, I'm gonna take you through the best ways to automate different levels of the marketing funnel, top, middle, and bottom. And by the end, you're gonna understand how to automate and make money while you're sleeping. My name's Trent Kennelly, I'm a marketing strategist, and on this channel, I talk all about the best strategies to improve your online business through marketing and sales. So if that's exciting for you, make sure that you subscribe and hit that bell so you never miss a video, which I put out every single Thursday. And without any further ado, let's get started. All right, so the plan in general is to move them from top of funnel all the way to bottom of funnel with as little work as possible on your part. If you need a little more information on how to move people from top of funnel to bottom of funnel, check out this video here. I just did this on strategy. And in the meantime, what we're talking about here is qualifying them in the background. So you want to do fewer sales calls, you want to do more sales, you want to make sure that you're qualifying them easier and you're moving them through the process to the next step as quickly as possible. All right, top of funnel automations are going to be a little bit light because, again, just as a reminder, these are people who are just hearing about you. So all you're looking to do is reach out to them, get them to know you a little bit, have them come to your website at least one time. That's all you want, okay? So the automations you use here are Google Tag Manager, which is itself a heavy product, but you're using it lightly here, okay? And Facebook Pixel. Even if you're not running ads, you wanna have a Facebook Pixel on your site because you're using these two for Facebook and Google to track the user visitation so that they will know later if you wanna build custom audiences or you wanna run retargeting ads or you want to otherwise retarget them. They'll know that these are the people who have come to your site already and have not been there again or that need to be brought back into the fold, okay? So I would suggest using either of these two systems to automate that part of the process so that when you start to retarget, it's much easier. You can also, if you're looking at social selling, use a tool like Agorapulse, which I'm a huge fan of, to track engagement on your audiences, and it'll track who's an engaged audience member, and if you want to do direct social selling with those people, you can do that in that system. I wouldn't necessarily suggest doing social selling. Sometimes it can come across a little bit seedy, but you have that option there if you want to, or you can take those people and put them in specific lists so that you can market to them in the future. And hey, if you're finding this video helpful, let me know in the comments what automation you're gonna implement first. What got you most excited about this? Just let me know. All right, so the middle of funnel is just as a reminder about cultivating that lead. So they already know who you are. Now you need to tell them a little bit more about why you're the best, okay? So a couple of automations that work really well here are first an email automator. I choose ActiveCampaign, that's my favorite. I think it's always gonna be ride or die ActiveCampaign, but basically the reason that I like it so much is it's a good price for you to be able to pull in people, automatically send them emails, automatically analyze where they are. The automations are top notch, so it allows you to push people through your funnel more smoothly without you having to do that extra work, which is exactly what we're talking about here. Okay, so let's say that you get somebody into your system with a webinar. We'll get to a webinar automation in a minute, but let's say we're pushing somebody through the system using a webinar. They give their email address. Now you have them in the system and you can start sending them highly personalized emails based on their actions with that webinar or with an ebook or whatever. So it's really highly personalized and it helps you to move people through the sale. And so now let's say that you have a 5 email sequence. People are engaged in the first 3 and then on the 4th one they buy. What extra action did you take there? You didn't send those emails by hand every time. You sent them on an automation. So there was no extra work for you once you set it up to make those sales and get the most out of that contact, right? So that's why that automation is so awesome. So now let's talk about this webinar setup because webinars are really effective here. I really strongly encourage you to do that. And EverWebinar is the best solution here. It's the best for the price. I think it's the best. So here's a couple reasons why. You can pre-record your webinar, so you don't have to have a live webinar, which means you can run it every 15 minutes forever, okay? And it allows you also to have social engagement. So if anybody has ever engaged in the chat on that webinar in the past, you can save that information. You can save that chat piece, put it into all future webinars. You can have this rolling list of people engaging and being excited. And if you have that information in those webinars, then you can more increase the sales because people really respond to social engagement, right? Also, you can connect your emailer, of course. You can send email reminders through the system so that people are up to date with when the webinar is happening. And then finally, you can connect with any emailer or any other system using Zapier. I'll get to Zapier in a later video, but just understand that Zapier itself is a system that allows you to connect basically any system to any other system online. So if you're interested in really taking advantage of these funnels, I've attached in the description my top 5 funnels. It's gonna lay out exactly how you go through and set up these funnels, what these funnels should look like, what pieces should be in each, and you can download that for completely free in my description. So check it out. Okay, bottom of funnel. So just as a reminder, at the bottom of funnel, people are ready to buy pretty much, they just want to talk price, okay? So there's a couple of things we can look at. The first one that I want to talk about is emailing, because emailing, even though it's important in middle of funnel too, you can send people with these emails to different landing pages based on their lead score. And I haven't talked about lead score yet, but a lead score is where you set up an automation to score them from 0 to 100 based on the actions that they've taken on the site. So you're looking at event tracking here. So what happened on the website to make people take actions? Where did they take those actions? Have they responded to my emails, etc.? And the closer they get to 100, the more likely that there's going to be a sale. And so the more likely you need to just push a little bit harder to make that happen. So you can use that lead scoring to send them to a different landing page based on where they are. If they're at 95%, say, and you know, if I give them a 10% discount, that's all it's gonna take to push them over the line. Maybe you send them to a landing page for that. There's a lot of things that you can do here, but having the email automation scoring them is gonna help you understand how to get them over the line at the last second. And then another one is when you go back to Google Tag Manager and Facebook Pixels, these guys are still tracking. They still know how many times that a user has been on the page. So you can use that information to your advantage. So you can see if they've been on the page, if they've abandoned the cart, if they've been to the sales page more than once. You can send them certain retargeting ads on Facebook and on Google and on YouTube and everywhere else to get them to come back into the fold and make that decision a second time. So this is something that allows you to be more specific and more targeted to just get people over that line once they've decided to make that purchase. There you go, guys. Those are my tips for how to use automation to get the most out of your marketing funnel with the least amount of work. If you want a little bit more information about how to do this, I've attached in the description my layout for my top 5 funnels, what you should be doing at each level of the funnel, and how to push people from one step to the next. So check that out in the description. So if that sounds great to you and this video was helpful, make sure that you subscribe and you like this video, and then check out these other videos on my channel for a little bit more information about marketing strategy and how you can get the best out of your site. Catch you in the next one.